you tell me a bit about yourself?
I grew up in Taiwan, immigrant to Central America in late 70s and then came to States in 1980. And I started my middle school here in LA and all the way to uh, my college year, married 1992 and moved to upstate New York State for 7 years, finishing my graduate school. And after that, I have a set of triplets. We moved to San Francisco and to move to Portland in the year of 2000. I resumed teaching after the triplet was 5 years old.
So, starting from the beginning, what was daily life like in Taiwan?
It's kind of fun because we just go to school and learn and back home. At that time, I don't remember lots of homework, but I did my hour practice piano after I came back from school each day. Sometimes I did a little bit more on weekends. So that's about it in Taiwan. I think I left around 13.
And why did you leave Taiwan for Central America?
My dad has a business with Dominican Republic. A couple of years later, we came to U.S. to join my uncle, who's immigrant from Taiwan to LA.
How did you feel about these moves as a child?
At first, it was kind of exciting to see different country, but once we arrived in Central America, language barrier was tough. Speak Spanish was not easy. I spoke a little bit of English when we were in Taiwan, learning from school, but nothing in Spanish. So later we kind of pick up with the language faster, speaking with the neighbors, children, and play with them.
Can you still speak Spanish today?
I spoke Spanish not as fluent as I remember when I was younger, but I still can speak, Spanish. I love the languages. It's just a beautiful language.
How old were you when you left Central America?
15.
Other than the language barrier, would you say there were any other hardships that you encountered during these moves?
Hardship. I think for Central America, because that's the first country that we immigrate to. It's far away from Taiwan, so I miss my grandparents and my school, my classmate in Taiwan. That's the most challenging part. After that, I think we enjoy the easy and relaxed lifestyle in Central America. To the U.S., I think the hardship was I don't get to make lots of friends in the U.S. And in the beginning of my middle school and high school, because back then not many foreign students in my class. I was kind of alone, and sometimes always I kind of sit in the corner. So, that was tough for me because I love to make friends and then also learning to speak, English and learn everything, from the textbook. Reading English, that was tough as well.
Were there any family members or teachers or other peers that could help you?
The school that I attended, they offer English as second language classes. So I do have teachers there that could help me. Sometimes I would ask my dad, but mainly I had to do it myself.
What was daily life like when you first came to the U.S.?
Get up in the morning and then feel a little bit stressed to school every day. I don't think I make friends in school easily in the beginning. And my sibling, because we're all different, grade, I had to go into the class by myself, and that was challenging. And my happiest time of the day is when I got home and then I could, run to my piano and play my piano. So I kept my music going every day, kind of to vent my stress a little bit. And then after that, I start, doing my homework.
Is this what inspired you to become a piano teacher?
Well, music does save me from those times of stress. But becoming a piano teacher, that started when I was attending, college second year. I started teaching, my neighbors when I was 16. I find lots of joy. It's very rewarding. At the same time, I didn't decide that until, the second year of college. I find my passion of teaching, one-on-one.
Do you ever encounter discrimination or prejudice in the United States?
Yes, yes. It wasn't fun. Yeah, in the beginning of my high school, it was kind of tough for me. When I was in Taiwan, I did not experience any of that. And I have lots of friends in Taiwan, and I wanted to continue that feeling when I was in immigrant to the US, but it wasn't as easy. I feel that part was missing and I get lost. And maybe I was taking too personal. I did face some very tough time. Discrimination wasn't the word because I did not understand what that really is until I was a little bit older. So in the first few years, I thought that was because a different place. Yeah, that was tough.
Were there any instances that stood out to you the most?
What instance? Is it bad instance or?
Any that you want to share?
I wouldn't say they call me names. I would see my classmates, they kind of walk past by me, and then I see very unfriendly looks. And I'm very sensitive. I try to isolate myself and or avoid walking through them. I think avoid those encounter was my first thing to do, in those, couple of years that I feel, I was kind of left out or, isolated in school.
Was there anything or anyone that could help you through these moments? Was there someone to talk to?
No, actually, I did not reach out anybody, and I kind of keep that in my heart. I did not even have the courage to go to my school teacher. And then I didn't even share that with my parents. So up to today, I don't think I shared this, feeling to them. I always tell them I had a great time. That them not worry, for the tradition of a child doesn't want their parents to worry about, the school life. I always kind of pretend, yeah, I make some friend today. I have a good time in school, but I ran to my piano first thing after I got home. So I would say music really, saved me from those tough years.
What advice would you tell your younger self from today's point of view to help them through these times?
If I could go back, I would tell myself to encourage myself to stand up more or to be stronger, to not to be shy, about my feeling. I would reach out more, maybe to my teachers. I'm not sure if I wanted to reach, to tell my parents because I really don't want them to worry about me in school at that time. There are lots of things to worry. So I would reach out to school counselors or teachers.
How has your view of the United States changed since these hard times?
I think, as I grow older and share my thoughts a little bit more with my classmates, I do see friends that they are willing to help me besides speaking English and many other area. Might be in college. I see more Asian students around in my campus. So I think that does, help a lot.
Yeah, that's very good to hear. You mentioned living in LA and New York and San Francisco and Portland. That's a lot of different places. Would you say that people treated you differently in each of these places, or was it very similar?
Pretty much similar, but at each places I do have church that I go to. So I kind of have lots of church families in all these different places. So I'm grateful. I'm very thankful for all these church family that helped me through the years.
What's one thing you wish Americans understood better about immigrants?
Now, if I see any immigrants, I would reach out, give my hand out to help in different areas. So I hope the U.S. could be more friendly and more loving to the immigrants.
What's one thing you wish everyone knew about your experience?
I wish the hardship that I encountered through the years that the new immigrant doesn't have to go through that. That's my wish.